Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the show. Well, in today's video, I'm telling you why I am quitting Uber. Before I jump in, before I spill the tea, wanted to tell you guys about a new company called Fetti, which is looking for gig workers and actually sending gig workers high-paying job offers in 2 minutes. All you have to do is enter your email below, answer a quick couple of questions, and when you use the link below, it's completely free. It's a free service for you guys. You don't need to enter your credit card information, nothing. Just simply enter your email and they will pair you up with high-paying job offers all over the country. If you're remote, this is great. If you want to work remotely, if you want to work at home job or a job you can work anywhere, sign up for Fetti, link below. They're the best new company for gig workers, and you could be missing out on a ton of money, ton of financial freedom if you don't sign up for Fetti. So if you want to keep struggling, don't check it out. Or even if you're not struggling, either way, Fetti will help you with your problems, your financial problems. They're the best way for companies to find new workers, and that's essentially you, because workers, companies are desperate to hire right now. So use the link below for Fetti, get our free offer, enter your email, and I wanted to talk quickly about Uber. I mean, driving for Uber. If you guys didn't know my story, I've been driving Rideshare. I started driving Rideshare back in 2017, I believe. The reason I signed up was because I was just in a really tough time financially. I know it. I feel like a lot of people can relate, especially Uber drivers and Lyft drivers, is that, you kind of sign up and it's not really like, I don't know about you guys, but when I signed up, it wasn't something I wanted to do. It was honestly kind of my last resort. And I was like, I gotta do this because I was bad with money. I had credit card debt. I maxed out 2 credit cards. I had like no money in my savings account. And I literally had nowhere else to turn. I already had 2 jobs, but I was going to acting class. I was like buying money for my headshots for acting. I just spent $1,000 on my demo reel, my video reel, basically acting, clips of me acting, like high quality clips for auditions. And I was going out partying, like eating out. I just wasn't like, I just wasn't doing well. And I was like, I already had 2 jobs, 2 part-time jobs, and then I started driving Lyft too. So I was, had 2 part-time jobs and then Lyft in the mornings and in the evenings in between my work schedule, and then all day on the weekends when I didn't have my job at Nike. I used to work at Nike and then drive Lyft. But anyway, so I actually started with Lyft first. I don't know why, but I just thought maybe Lyft was like the friendlier app, which literally makes no sense because they're basically the same thing. But yeah, I signed up for Lyft, and back then it was actually when you go, they basically interviewed you. You would go in, and I don't know how long you guys have signed up, but when I first went up, we went there. It was a group kind of interview thing. There was a PowerPoint presentation lady, a lady who worked for Lyft, and she laid out on PowerPoint, like, this is Lyft, this is what we do, this is how the app works. Like, they literally trained us. Like, I know they talk about, there's no driver training. I was trained as a driver. And they had to approve you, after that. If they didn't like you, they weren't gonna approve you. Like, they actually basically interviewed us. And so I got approved. I think I got active the next day, and I think the next day, or in a couple days later, I did my first couple rides. I did 2 rides my first day. It was like a Saturday night, which is kind of the worst time to do rides, but I had time free, so I was like, let me start. And I took someone to the bar. It was like a 10-minute ride, and then another one, it was like 2 ladies. They were super nice. The first one, I barely even knew how to do a ride, which is kind of random. Like, I didn't know how to work the GPS. And but anyways, so I figured it all out. I started driving, and it helped me really pay off my credit card debt. And I drove like full time for like 6 months, I believe, while I did all that. Then I ended up getting a job. So while I was working, I was like, I need to find a better paying job. Because there's, it's expensive driving rideshare, right? It's a good short-term thing. And so I ended up getting a job at the Marriott. I know, at a resort. And I worked in valet, and I loved it. And that was a higher paying job. It was basically $16 an hour after tips. And I worked like 30, 40 hours, basically like 40 hours per week. Which, by the way, again, if you wanted a high paying job offer, use the link below for Fetti. Like, if you're trying to get out of doing rideshare full time, like, I know the struggle. Like, I know I was applying like left and right. So Fetti makes it easier to apply to tons of jobs with one click. So basically I ended up quitting Lyft to do the Marriott full time. And I would still do like rides here and there, basically, like, because I started making videos. I started making videos about my experience, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do Uber, I'm gonna do Lyft on the side. I started doing DoorDash, or I started doing Uber Eats and Postmates, and then Instacart. So I've done almost all the apps. I've done Uber, Lyft, Spark Driver, which is Walmart, Instacart, Uber Eats, and Postmates. So I've done 6 apps. I think I actually did Postmates before I did Lyft, but anyways. So you know what, guys? I actually now, at this point in my life, I just told my friends I don't ever plan on doing another Uber ride ever again. I think food delivery is fine because it's like nobody's in your car, but with all the safety precautions going on right now, guys, with all the safety, like Uber and Lyft don't really care about keeping the car safe. They don't care about dash cam footage, none of that. Like, there's so much stuff going on. I'm literally on a quote unquote strike where I don't think it's safe to be driving right now. I hear these stories all the time. We had a local story, somebody near us, an Uber driver who basically got attacked. And, you know, it's very real and scary. And you know what? I don't want to be that next story. So when a lot of friends ask me, especially females, and yeah, I'm trying not to be sexist here, but it's like, if you're a woman, especially like an attractive woman, I mean any woman, like, I don't care if, whatever, looks don't really matter. Guys are like so creepy. I would not recommend my mother, my sister, my aunt, honestly, any females I know to drive Lyft or Uber. Doing food delivery during the day, I honestly think that's fine. It's a different story. And then if you're a dude, honestly, like just anybody, I'd be like, dude, like literally be careful. Like, I don't know, like I wouldn't do it at night. You having drunk people in your car, like it's just a recipe for nightmare. You're a female and you got 4 drunk dudes in your back seat, picking them up at 2 a.m., going home from the bars. What do you think's gonna happen, dude? Like, this is such a dangerous job, and I honestly kind of hate how it's become so normalized. So, in my opinion, because of the safety precautions, maybe if Uber and Lyft finally stepped up and actually looked at the news and said, you know what, we care about our clients, and maybe if they wanted to install a dash cam in every single car and say, you know what, in every car we're going to put in a dash cam where we're going to record every ride, it's going to be a safe thing. But no, they don't even want to look at the dash cam footage if you get deactivated or if you have a problem. They go, we don't look at it. It's a joke. They're an absolute joke. So I honestly think there are better options out there, and Fetti might be a good option for you. And again, you're hearing this from somebody who has done Uber and Lyft full time. So I've done it. I've been there, my friends. So yes, I will go out and do Spark Driver app. Yes, I will go out and do Postmates. Yes, I will go out and do Uber Eats, DoorDash, sure. Instacart, it's fun. It's all fun and dandy. It's fine. Going and dropping off food at somebody's house, you know, you're probably going to be fine, especially during the day, right? Most likely. But, you know, there are some exceptions. There's some bad stories with that too. But I think they're far and few in between compared to what happens in these Uber cars. And by the way, guys, I'm also speaking from personal experience. I've been physically, and I want to say sexually abused in a car. I've had people, men, offer me money to hang out with them, to go out to the bars with them, and them touching me, touching my shoulders, grabbing my hands while I'm driving, while I'm dropping them off. Really gross stuff. And you know what? It did make me extremely uncomfortable, and I wanted to quit after that, but I needed the money, so I didn't. And yeah, it did suck. It really did suck to have to be like, yeah, some dude just offered me $100 to go hang out with them and grab my shoulder, my leg, whatever. I don't even remember, so long ago now. But at the time I was like, I have to keep doing this because I have no other way. And it literally does suck. But now I'm luckily and I'm fortunate to be in a position in my life where I don't need to do that. And yeah, I still have this YouTube channel, but I want to be honest and transparent with you guys and let you guys know that, look, I honestly do think there's a real safety risk out there that we should talk about. And let's not just brush it under the rug just because I have a YouTube channel about Uber and Lyft. Oh yeah, go ahead and do Uber and Lyft, it's all fine and dandy. That's not the story, that's not the full picture. Yes, it can be great, it can be lucrative, there's a lot of money involved, a lot of, money is being sent around, and yeah, you could make some quick cash, pay off your credit cards like I did, and pay off your car like I did, sure, but at the same time, there is a real risk. So, rant over, wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you for watching, let me know your thoughts below, and again, big shout out to Fetti, which is, again, looking for gig workers to help pair them up with high-paying job offers anywhere in the country. There's a lot of remote positions available too, like gig workers will qualify. So use the link below, at least enter your email, see what they have to give you. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, my friends. We'll talk to you soon.